All right, let's try this out this time like this, man. Unfortunately, OBS is not cooperating. So, we're going to try it again and get everybody in here. That was whack. I had OBS all set up, but let me let everybody in the chat know this is episode 6, The Gray Man. We live, as you can see. I'm on my solo tip tonight. I don't have my partner in crime with me. So, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna have a good time. Got a pretty good show lined up, and you know, we'll see how things go, man. But I do have a special guest that's gonna be joining us, um, and it should be a pretty good show, man. It's the Desbois on YouTube, so um, I'm excited about it, man. We got away from Twitch because it was deleting our videos, wasn't saving our video. So we lost the first couple episodes on video, but of course we still have them, on Spotify, on Amazon, and on Google. So you can view those on there. You can listen on. Actually, you can listen on there. Sorry, but you know. I do wish we had the video for those first couple episodes, man. That was some classic stuff. Uh, but it looks like everyone can hear me now. So we're going to jump right into the show. And of course, that first topic, man, Hove did. Change the name of the song. I know the name of the song is God Did, but let's just change the name of the song because the guy went bananas, man. Quotable after quotable. You know what I'm saying? I posted on my Instagram the bar count, and it was just a lyrical assault on that track, man. And yeah, AC, what's up, bro? Man, we miss having you here, man. But I know those obligations, man. You got to take care of what you got to take care of, helping out your homeboy. So we do miss you. You know what I'm saying? And I know you'll be back here ready to go next week. You gave me some fire topics too, so I did add those. Into the show this week. So you'll see me talking about that a little bit this week. But anyway, back to this track, man. I don't know if everybody's heard it, uh, but it was pretty monumental. I was in the gym running it back, like just kept running it back and trying to just memorize memorize it word for word and catch all the bars and the entendres, and it was just he was just stacking them on top of each other, and it was just I wasn't always like the biggest like Hove fan, you know, and but I respected his as I saw him as a businessman grow over the years. I started to like really respect him as a businessman, and I was like, let me take a couple minutes, man, and actually, because one of the things, one of my, because they always say there's a whole bar for everything, and it's one of my favorite lines is, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? And like, you gotta take a second and just like, there's certain people that make you listen. Like, I'm a big Lupe fan. I like a lot of guys that really, really make you think while you listening to the music, but also like the music is fire too. You know what I'm saying? So when I started listening and I started paying attention, I'm like, yo, this guy really talking that talk, So, I became a fan of his music. My favorite album of his is The Blueprint 2. A lot of people are looking at me like, you're crazy. That can't be your favorite album. And then not Kingdom Come, but the American Gangsta album was, what I'm saying, right there is one of my favorite. My wife loves that album as well. But yeah, that track right there. If you don't, I just want to take a couple minutes to kind of like salute that what he did on that Hove Did track. It's not even called God Did anymore. That track, it's called Hove Did. Yeah, Wayne was on there. Yeah, Rick Ross was on there, but it does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like he took that track and he body bagged it. So, salute the whole. And the actual album, the God Did album, is actually pretty good. I felt like Khaled was kind of on like a little bit of a decline. He get a bunch of artists, put his compilations together, and it just wasn't really hitting. since like Wild Thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But this was top to bottom a pretty good album. So that's my music talk for this week. You know, we're gonna get into our Madden 23 kickoff tournament. We kicked off a tournament, and actually, again, one of the semifinal games is going on now. Actually, no, I think it was that quarterfinals is going on now between the Ravens and the Steelers. Actually, that's a division matchup, so I'm sure these guys are going to be holding back and don't really want to showcase what they're going to be bringing to the table. But they both like to win, so I don't know. That's like you know, something that I don't know if they're going to, you know, take lightly. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, Ravens Steelers going on right now. That should be a pretty daggone good game. But the tournament itself, it was 16 users each bracket. We had a top bracket, bottom bracket. What I used was the Carl formula. And again, I know I told y'all guys I'm going to be unveiling that. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to get the you know, it's kind of not fitting on the graphic properly to where I can display like. Because he put a lot of work into it, you know what I'm saying? I do appreciate that. So basically, I can give you kind of a little bit of insight what he did. He took the strength of schedule, and he also ranked the users from 1 to 5. You know, 5 being the best user, like user skills, but from 1 to 5. 5 being you got good skills, 1 being you got to get in the lab. And then he took the schedule and like depending on how many 5s you faced over the course of the 16, 17 game season, that determined the strength of your schedule. So because it's a preseason ranking, the strength of schedule is I think it's pretty genius. The strength of schedule is really going off of the rank power rankings is really going off your strength of schedule. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a good user, you're a bad user. If you're at the bottom, it just means that you got a tough schedule and it's going to be rough for you. And that's how I did it. The top 16 users are in that first bracket. The bottom 16 users in that bottom bracket. What's going to happen is the winner of each bracket, you know, gets a reward from the league. The second place, you know, get the participation trophy. And then the winners from each bracket would then face off each other for the ultimate prize. So it was something fun. We had some great games. We had some blowouts. And we were able to have some fun with it. I'm trying right now to set up, you know, something between other leagues, but it's kind of not, you know, guys are really like avoiding that smoke, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Leather Helmets brings it every single time we step on. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But we'll see. You know, I'm not really like tripping. Either we get to play or, you know, we don't get to play. I'm not really bugging about it. So, you know, I would like to play other leagues. You know, I think that's what makes the Madden community special is the leagues coming together. You know, we like to talk about coming together, but it never really happened. So, yeah, JB, no AC this week, man. Just me on a solo tip. So, you know, we're gonna get it done though, man. But yeah, that's all I got for the Madden 23 kickoff tournament. It's going down. Messi did. Oh, shout out to Messi. He won the bottom bracket. You know, ran through slop, squeaked out of there with the dub against me. Squeaked out of there with the dub against Drex, and he played a complete game. You know, to get that championship. And you know, salute to him, salute to everybody, because that bracket was, you know, the cleanest and the smoothest. We got it done. You know, we every game was scheduled on time and they were ready to rock and roll. So I do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on right into the next thing here. The Hard Knocks recap. I gotta get to my notes on this. You know what I'm saying? And before I get to the Hard Knocks recap, let's talk about Aaron Donald dual wielding the helmets. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I saw a stat today where Aaron Donald has the same amount of fines as Vontaze Burfict. So that leads me to the question, because he's going to get fined. He's probably going to get suspended for this last thing. Is Aaron Donald the dirtiest player in NFL history? And like, you don't think about it because he's like, outside of football, he's really like a clean cut guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get in any trouble or anything like that. And you don't really hear about his fines on the football field. So he kind of been flying under the radar. But this last one is kind of Myles Garrett over, Mason Rudolph type. You know what I mean? Smacking the ball across his head. So I don't know, man. You guys let me know in the chat, man. Is Aaron Donald, the dual wielding Aaron Donald, the dirtiest player in NFL history? He's about to be the most fined player in NFL history, and I don't know if that really coincides with each other, But anyway, Hard Knocks, one of the things I took away from Hard Knocks is there's nothing better than joint practices, you know what I mean? Because when these guys are, in training camp and they're playing against each other, it's not really intense. You got a few players, I think back to Dez Bryant, I think the Jarvis Landry, I think back to, some of the, Myles Garrett, some of these guys, like it doesn't matter if I'm playing against my own guys or, whatever, I'm going hard, I'm saying I practice how I play. Tyrann Mathieu reminds me of a guy like that, so, but then when you get those joint practices, that's when you always see the fights. And I don't know who was or the schedule makers thought it was a good idea to put the Super Bowl matchup teams, like the Bengals and the Rams just played in the Super Bowl and the Rams won. So I know it's a lot of shit talking going on. I don't know who decided to put those two teams together, because that's a recipe for disaster right there. So I know it was a lot of chirping. I know it was some, some words being said, punches being thrown, helmets being swung, just off the strength that, y'all knocked this out. Y'all hit us with the one hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a bad idea. But like I said, I love the joint practice aspect. Like I say, expect a fight. There's nothing friendly about it when it's time to line up across from another team, another player. So it's out the window. You know what I'm saying? So, one of my notes I got here was Deuce. Man, I think Deuce is going to be a head coach next season. If not a head coach, a coordinator, offensive coordinator, somewhere next season. But I do think he'll get a shot, as a coach, because like the dude makes me want to play. He lost his voice like at the beginning of the episode, so he couldn't even yell at his running backs. He out there screaming with the high pitch, voice loss. But in the chat here, I told you guys I'm gonna try to interact with the chat a little bit more. Baj brought up Bill Romanowski as the dirtiest player of all time. Bill Romanowski was a scumbag. I watched that guy play, spitting on guys, digging his fingers down in between the face mask and stuff like that. Yeah, just a filthy player on the field. But yeah, like I said, Deuce, I really like what he's doing over there, and he got those running. I mean, he has a great running back in Swift. I like Jamal Williams. They're really putting the spotlight on him because he's kind of like a character. But we got to see something on the field this year, from him, as far as like being that second guy. Yeah, but like I said, I do think it's Deuce's year for a head coaching job. And one of the things that I'm taking away from Hard Knocks this year with the Lions is they're really trying to, change the culture, that losing culture, as far as like mindset. You know what I'm saying? If you come in as a loser, thinking like a loser, you're probably going to lose. And I think they're trying to change that mindset. Now, you know what I'm saying, with Dan Campbell, he had the comedian come through, he was dropping jokes on, and one of the jokes he was saying was like, "Damn, man, y'all coach look like he can play right now." And like I said on one of the early episodes, Campbell's a big boy out there, man. So, the guys respect him because he looks like a player, looks like he's still playing, and he actually played too, so he has a lot of respect from the guys, and he's not one of those like in your face, holier than thou coaches. So, you got to appreciate a guy like that. But yeah, that's my Hard Knocks recap this week. It was a good episode. The Lions got the dub. They almost gave it away again, but they did wind up squeaking out the victory. And it's a pretty good show. If y'all not watching this, 3 episodes in, check it out. You also got the end season Hard Knocks, which is the Arizona Cardinals. We definitely gonna be on that too when it drops. We'll recap that weekly as well. But while we're on preseason and we're talking about preseason, one of the hot topics in preseason is um, Trayvon Diggs. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. You know, so I represent the boys. And last year, my man had 11 picks. Um, but he gave up a lot of yards. And as a DB, you're going to give up yards. I'm never really upset about a DB giving up yards. And a lot of those plays and a lot of those yards given up were, bad safety play as well. We don't have the greatest cover safeties. We have good run defensive safeties, but not good cover safeties. Um, but I also think that's making excuses for him. You know what I mean? Because uh, he has made some just poor reads on the ball because he's a gambler. You know, that's how you get it. You don't get 11 picks by not gambling. So he does make some gambles. And then in camp here, he's losing a lot of drills and drills that are made for wide receivers to win. So, he deleted his Instagram and Twitter account because everybody was trolling him about how bad he's playing in the preseason. And I want to know, one of the questions. This is an AC question. Is it practice how you play, or is it a situation of he's going to turn it around in the regular season? So I don't know, man. I hope, because his first year wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. He they were really trying to figure out what he was going to be, whether he was going to be a safety. Did he have the speed to be a safety? Whether he was going to be a corner, and then he had that breakout year last year. So it's kind of like, this year it's like, what is he going to be? Is he the 11 picks Diggs, or is his rookie year Diggs? I think it's personally somewhere in the middle. I'm excited about a lot of other guys this year. I'm still excited about Diggs because if you can get a serviceable corner in the NFL, be happy with that. Everybody's not going to be a Jalen Ramsey, So even though Jalen Ramsey should be on our team, different story. You're not gonna take me down that road. But I just like an aggressive player like him. He's going to battle every single snap. So I'm happy with him. And to answer AC's questions, I do think it's just preseason, and we'll get a better version of him during the regular season. So I'm not worried. Yeah. So anyway, AC, I'm not worried. Worry about them bum Vikings, because Diggs will be fine. We are playing fantasy football in leather helmets this year, and the league is set. We have voted on a couple different things. So we voted on how much the league will be, what the buy-in will be, and it was voted to be a $20 buy-in. We are drafting on September 1st. So it's a 10-man league, $20 buy-in, September 1st. All the updates that you need to know for, our league this year, 10-man, 20. And I guess one last thing we got to vote on is the payout. I usually do first and second guys get the payout. If you guys want to do beyond that, whether the third guy gets his money back or whatever the case may be, it's only 10 users. So, you let me know. I just feel like the first and second guys should be the ones that should get the payout. But looking back at the chat, I got a Giants fan in there, and he's saying teams got tape on Diggs. Well, they had tape on him in his rookie year too. Were they just not paying attention to that tape because he wasn't, the guy he was last year? But you let me know, and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be fine. Anyway, back to fantasy football. I think it's going to be fun. It's a good way of staying interactive. We got 10 users in there right now. And, every week I think, we'll highlight some of the games that are in fantasy football, some of the big matchups, and, we'll talk about the playoffs and stuff like that. So I'll try to give you a fantasy football update every single week, and that should be pretty fun. We're doing a lot of things fun for the league. So I think that's another just addition to it. And, we'll see what happens, man. Right now, man, what I'm about to do here is I'm about to bring in the gray man. You know, everybody knows him, man. The homie, undisputed. What's good, my brother?
What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Can y'all hear him in the chat, man? Let me know. I think they can because I can hear you. My brother, what's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Just trying to lab up this new mat and find me some new cheese, man.
I think that's what we all trying to do. But first of all, because I don't have my homie AC on here with me, man. Cheers to you, my brother. I appreciate having you. So I brought you in
Appreciate it.
You know, you was called out a couple weeks ago. Scheduling, we couldn't get you on here.
Yeah, that whole firefighting schedule, man.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna touch on that later on. So in the chat here, I got JB saying, "Man, oh man, I thought you had dreads."
I like to
refer to him
to be a firefighter, man.
There you go. There's the answer for you, man. He had to cut his locks to be a firefighter, man. But my first question for you, man, as an OG in the league, how do you feel about the current state of the league from the early days?
Say that again. I got a little echo.
You got a little echo? Okay. So I said, as an OG in the league, how do you feel about the current state of the league from the early days to now? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Man, it's been, I don't know, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Hold on, let me take a little sip of this real quick. No, but leather helmets in general has really upgraded since I came in. I think I came in around about 2016, 2017, back in the group me days.
Yeah.
It was toxic in the group me days, man.
Facts.
But now we got our own show. We got, what else we got? We got snipes on Super Bowls, man. It's lit. We got Twitter. I think you've just been doing a great job just uplifting the league, man. I think we one of the top leagues in the Madden community.
And I definitely agree with that, man. Like coming from where we were to where we are now, man, it's just it's night and day in my opinion. And like I said, you've been an integral part of that for us, man. So we definitely know like
I appreciate that, bro.
What's coming. And so off of that, like kind of piggybacking off of that question is if you could change one thing about LH right now, what would it be?
Change one thing about LH right now. I think we just find the way we are, man. The chat activity needs to up it up a little bit more, but other than that, everybody play their games. Everybody play within the rules for the most part.
Got a couple spammers out there, man. Drex in the we call him D-Rex here in the chat somewhere, you know, spam that.
Yeah, I got a couple spammers, but it's all good. We all family.
Yes, sir. So we established you're a firefighter, man. And you know, that's a job that take a lot of guts, man. We salute you for that, man. Definitely appreciate you, man. But outside of firefighting, what's the most fearless thing that you've ever done?
In my firefighting career so far?
Nah, just I'm saying outside of fire, because firefighting is fearless. You got to be fearless to do that kind of, you know, running in, you know, disregarding your own safety to try to save someone. So, you know, what is something outside of firefighting that you consider that was fearless that you've done, you know, in the past or, you know, whatever?
Let's see. All right. So back when I was, maybe like 20 years old working at Kmart, some parent had her child in a cart and she was putting up she was putting up groceries, and she let the cart go, and our parking lot was downhill, so she let the cart go, and I ran and grabbed the cart before a car could hit the cart. Like the baby was in the cart going downhill, and we almost both got hit by the car. But
yo, you was already a hero. You know what I'm saying? At 20 years old, dog, like saving babies and all that, man. That's crazy, man. Like jumping in front of the car. I was thinking like, back in the day, we used to jump off roofs and, jump from roof to roof types. You gonna save the whole baby life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to you again, brother. Like that's crazy. That's a crazy story. But yeah, that's impressive, bro. My last question I got for you, man. The NFL season is here, man. You're a Bucks fan. We all know that. It's a two-part question. What do you expect from the Bucks? What do you expect from your guys this year? And Brady was on some other shit this offseason. Look, repping. Brady was on some other shit this offseason. Will it be a down year for him, man? I don't know if his head's in the game, man. But Brady got that on and off switch. That's crazy. So two-part. What do you expect from your guys? And is it over for Brady?
All right. It's definitely not over for Brady. But as far as what I expect from us, I really think we're going to go on a Super Bowl run this year. Depending on our offensive line, man. We got to get some guys to protect Brady. I know we lost our center and our backup center for a little while. And that's the key to the Bucs offense in general. Our defense is still intact. But the reason the Rams beat us in our last playoff game last year was our offensive line was just done. Like once we lost Tristan Wirth, Aaron Donald went to work, man.
Yes, he did. And that's Brady. Brady not going to move around and show you. I mean, he has great pocket mobility, but he ain't, know. So he need that protection. So I think that's a good key. You're not worried about the back end of that defense?
I'm not worried about the back end of that defense. Let's see. Not really, man. We still got our pass rushes. We still got Shaq coming off the edge. That's the key to our defense is our defensive line with Vita Vea and Shaq.
Yeah, the pressure.
So team's not going to have enough time to really pick on our young DBs, man.
I mean, are you a Bruce Arians fan, man?
I don't think he did no wrong when he got here, man. I liked him when he was with the Cardinals, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he did AB wrong, but we ain't gonna speak on that, man.
Yeah, we leave that one alone. Bruce Arians is one of those questionable guys for me. So we got our time of the show, man. It's the 2-minute warning time. It's a quick hitter. You got 2 minutes. Even though we give people beyond 2 minutes, I'm gonna ask you 10 questions here, and it's gonna be a quick hitter. You just answer them the best you can. You don't really gotta elaborate unless you want to. It's completely up to you. I'm getting the drawing right here. My fault. Sorry, just typing and talking at the same time because it was not ready. But here we go. Here, 2-minute warning.
No wonder I was hearing the echo, man. I had the YouTube up as well, so you was talking.
So here we go.
I wonder why I couldn't hear you.
2-minute drill here. So, who's your favorite player? Let me start the clock here. Who's your favorite player of any sport of all time?
LeBron James.
There we go. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
There we go. I thought you was gonna say well done, burnt to a crisp.
Nah,
If you
man.
if you could pick and go anywhere right now, just pick up your bags and go anywhere, where would that be?
I think I'll go to Cali, man.
Get out on the West Coast. All right. Your
Yes, sir.
favorite player to play in leather helmets.
Favorite player? Ooh. Hmm. I like playing Lou, man. I like playing Lou and Messi. They play a different style of football. Like Messi gonna throw every play, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody else in the league plays like that really. And Lou, he doesn't use like the meta stuff like what everybody does. He plays straight up football, and he really that's somebody you really got a game plan for.
And he do his own thing. That's one thing I respect about Lil. Like you said, like he gonna come out and run his style offense. But anyway, who do you hate playing?
Who do I hate playing? I don't really, I don't hate playing nobody, man.
Okay, I respect it. Monitor or TV?
I'm playing on the 75-inch TV, so I don't know what it feel like to play on the monitor, man.
When you do switch over, mic or no mic?
No, Mike, I don't want to hear y'all crying the whole game. Man, all he want to do is run. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Facts. User tackle or click and dip?
You already know. I was just
Yes, sir.
complaining about this.
Runner pass.
I'm going with a run.
I know
Old
you
school
are.
football.
Okay, last one, man. The timer just about to go off. Hove or Trick Daddy?
Mm. What type of, right, what type of category is that?
Yo, Florida watching.
I gotta go with Trick, man.
I
Just
know
because
you
I'm from
do.
Tampa. I have to, man. Sorry, New York.
Yo, I knew that one would get you right there. But yeah, that's our 2-minute drill, man. I had to get that last one in there, man. Kind of trip you up a little bit. You got anything you want to say, man? I appreciate you coming on, man. So it's the floor is yours, man.
I just appreciate y'all for having me in leather helmets. You came and found me when I was about burnt out with Madden, boy.
I know.
My brother left the league to me, and I was running it by myself. No commissioners, just me.
Yeah,
I appreciate you finding me and putting me in this situation, man.
yeah, it was hectic in there, man. I was like, yo, again, you was running that thing. So, and I remember the days of running leagues by myself. So I knew how stressful that can be, and it was group me. So, like, I was writing that DM, you slide on over here with us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was the heyday, man. Like, and I appreciate you, man. Like I told you, like a lot of the stuff that we got going on right now, and I wouldn't have been able to do without having somebody that I trust, and the integrity, and what I'm saying, like just being there and being a stand-up OG. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that,
I appreciate
fam. You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, the homie Undisputed signing off, the silent assassin. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, brother. Yeah, enjoy your night, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, that was a good one, man. We had the homie slide through, man, and very, very solid interview from the bro. And that whole Trick Daddy question, I had to put it in there. It's Florida native. I knew he wasn't going to go against, you know what I'm saying, the mayor of Florida down there, man. Trick that guy down in Florida. So yeah, with that, man, like, I don't really got much else I got to really go over, man. It was a solid episode, man. It was my first solo one, the YouTube debut. We here, man. It's leather helmets. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna try to elevate the thing. I'm gonna eventually get this OBS thing working, man, because I just think it's so much better over there. I can do more, as far as like, being interactive with you guys and adding the sounds and my applauses, my boos, the music for the 2-minute drill and all that good stuff. So, I want to be able to elevate this thing. And I just, I don't know what it is, man. Plus I'm not really spending enough time, as I was when we first rolled this thing out, as far as like trying to find out what to do, reading things, and elevating the podcast. I just haven't had the time, and then I've been trying to lab up on this Madden, so a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like holding me back, but no more excuses, man. I got to get it done. And I do appreciate everybody that came through. 12 viewers all night. I appreciate Undisputed sliding through and giving us good commentary. And we kicking off the season very, very soon. The week one roster will be here. There will be a update, hopefully early next week, as far as like EA coming in trying to patch up some of these problems that they're having with the connected franchise. The 3132 user glitch is still there. There's some kind of weird trade glitch. Just disappointing, man. We are the ones who buy the game the most, who play the game the most. Like, you got to think, man, we went coast to coast last year on Maddens. It's not many users playing. Like, most people pick up Madden, play for the first 2 months, and then it's over. I know I do that with certain games, man. You got MLB The Show. I haven't played that in like 2 weeks.
Every other game.
What?
Every other game.
See, like I got the peanut gallery over there saying I just buy games and don't play them, but I enjoy Madden. This is the game I play the most. Is what I was getting to. So if I do put the money out for it, I'm getting my money's worth. And connected franchise and franchise players in general are the ones who play the game the most, or the ones who buy the game every single year. Now, you're going to make all your money off of the MUT stuff and all that stuff. I get it. But the fact that they've neglected the franchise as far as like not fixing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a travesty. But, here we are year after year buying the game. And, we might as well paint our faces white and get a red nose, you know what I'm saying? Because we just all a bunch of clowns because they get us every single year. But here we are, man. I like the game itself, but I just hope that they can bring along the franchise. Last year the game was terrible, and then you have franchise issues. This year you actually have something to work with, and you still got franchise issues. So let's get it right, Madden. We deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Don't neglect us, you know what I'm saying? Just get it right. Just get the glitches out of there. And we're gonna play. We're gonna be here. Leather Helmet's gonna be here. I'm gonna be winning bowls left and right, you know what I'm saying? So, with that, I'm gonna roll out, holla.